Hello viewers, this is Ayyanar Jayabalan. Now we will discuss about how to change title of the browser while navigating to different components in Angular. Basically, if you see that one, in Angular, it's a single page application where we will have only one HTML file, that is index.html, and within that head tag we will have a title tag. So in the title tag we will have a value, so that tag value only it will show in the browser tab. Okay, so basically when we will do all the components, which is within the body of that, within the HTML body, we won't touch the header elements and all. Okay, so now we will see that one, how we can change the title of the browser tab when we are navigating to different components. Let's see the implementation now. Let me create a new workspace, Angular workspace. I'm not going to create an application by default. Now if you see that one workspace is created, now let me create an application within the workspace. Navigating to that workspace, I'm just going to generate one application, Angular application, change browser title. Okay, I'm going to say routing equal to true, and my style model is CSS model. Now application is created. Let me getting into that workspace now using the VS Code. I'm in here. So now if you see that one, we have an application change browser title, and in that we are having one index.html file. If you see that one, this is a title, our default title. Okay, so this title will be same, across the application when we are navigating to different routes or components. Now what I will do, let me create a different components. I'm creating page one component. I'm going to create page 2 another component. I'm going to create page 3 another component. So I have created 3 components. Now what I will do, let me configure the routing for this one, and let me configure routing here. I'm going to define page 1. I'm going to configure component as page 1 component. I'm going to define for all pages. Page 2, page 3, and this is default route. Page 2, page 3. So I have configured the routes for that each and every component. Now let me go to that app component, that HTML file. Let me delete all the stuff. Let me keep only the router outlet. So what I would like to do, let me define the routing anchor tag. Okay, router link. I'm saying page 1, page 1. I'm going to define for router link for the page 2, page 3. Okay, now let me run the application. Now I just run the application now. So if you see that one, I have page 1, page 2, page 3 navigation. If you see that when I'm clicking page 2, page 3, it is navigating to page 3, page 1. If you see that one, this is a browser title, it is not changing. Okay, it is not changing when I'm navigating to different components. Okay, so if you see that one, I'm navigating to different pages. To clean this one, let me put a break here. Page 1, page 2, page 3. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to change that title when navigating to each and every component. Okay, so to change the title, you know, because most of the things which we are doing with the Angular core, within the body. Okay, now to change the title in the head, in the HTML, we have to use different services which is present in the platform, Angular platform browser. So let me install that. Let me create another terminal here. Here, npm install Angular platform browser. Now I installed. So let me go to that app component. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use it title. I'm going in the constructor, I'm going to inject that title service. So I'm going to use this title to change the title of. Okay, now let me implement the ng on in it. I'm going to use this title service to change the set. I'm going to use set title. For example, I'm going to set a new title. Okay, so what will happen by default, that I'm changing the title of an application when loading that app component. Not, I'm not changing for the each and every page. Okay, so I'm just navigating to here. If you see that one, new title is been changed. If I'm navigating to different page, also it won't change because I made this change only in the app component. Okay, if I want to change the title of the each page, each component, means what I supposed to do, I have to go to the each and every component, and I have to inject the same title service, and again I have to set the title for the each and every component. Okay, if we have 100 components in our big application, enterprise application, it is very difficult to manage. It is, we are repeating the same code and again. So instead, what we can do, we can set this type of title in our routing itself, in the routing, and then we will use that routing data in the router events. So let's go and define the routing module. We will set our custom data. Okay, so here what you can do, you can set the custom data here. Title equal to, you can say as a page 1 title. Okay, and page 2, page 3, page 2 title, page 3 title. I set here, but how it won't change automatically, because it's just a data which we are setting. You can have any kind of data here. So I'm just created one property called title. I'm setting the value for that one. We'll see that one, how we are going to use this data to change, to use this data to change the title of browser when we are navigating to each and every component. So let me go to the app component. So what I can do, I can use a router events. For that, what should I do? Let me create one function, router events function. This router has to be defined here. And I just want to know what type of event. So whenever we are navigating to one component to another component, actually what event will happen? It's a navigation end event will happen when we are landing to each component. Okay, I'm going to use here navigation end. Okay, and to get that data for the each and every route, we have to use that activated route. We have to inject the activated route, and just active page as active activated route. So activated route, it is not here. uh, so what we supposed to do, yeah, it's wrong here. Yeah, activated router, from the router we got it. Okay, so now what we can do here, so check events we will call here, this dot, we will change the name of this one, change title. Okay, basically what we are trying to do, we are subscribing the router events. Whenever any route change happen, this event will be triggered and we will subscribing to this event. Okay, so we will see that one, what we can do for this. So we can change the title, this dot title service dot set title equal to, what we can do, we can get this dot active page dot first child dot snapshot dot data dot title. Okay, so actually what will happen, we are getting the current route. From the current route we are taking a snapshot of data. Snapshot of data is nothing but this is a snapshot of data, and we are getting that which property, title property. Okay, so I'm just getting the title value here. Okay, so what will happen whenever any event is changed, you know this event will get triggered, and since I'm subscribing to that event, I'm checking whether that event is navigation end event. That means that page is landed. Then I'm changing the title of the page, title of the browser, you know that according to the value which we are passing to that route. Okay, let's see that one whether it is changing or not in the browser. I'm changing here page to title, page 3 title, and page 1 title. See, so we are changing the title whenever we are navigating to different pages. So this is a way, you can change the title of the browser when we are navigating to different component. Now let's see that one. If this is a, we have a single first level of uh, first level of child. If we have multiple child, like page 3 child, okay, then it will always, again it will say page 3 title. Instead, if you want to have child level title, you can set the title. Let's see that one, how we can set the child level title. Okay, let me, what I can do, let me create a one component which is a component which is a child of page 3. So I'm page 3 child 1. So child of one of, this is a child of page 3. I'm creating this component. So I just created. Let me set the routing for the child here. I'm going to set children. Okay, I'm going to children page 3. Children is page 3 child 1. Okay, so let me see that error. Since children is an array type, we have to set it as an array. Yeah, I'm setting the title. Okay, so one curly braces is missing here. I'm just putting. So now I set the child for the page 3. Let me change page 3 child 1 title. Okay, and I'm setting that one. Now let's see that one how it behaves. Before that, let me go and add another router here. Child 1 page 3 child 1. Let me go and see the browser. Page 2 page 1 page 3, fine. So far it's changing the title to correctly. Now I'm setting here, you know even though I set the title for the child, but it is always taking the parent one. Okay, it is always taking the parent title. It is not taking the child title. So what I'm going to do, so I have to navigate to that, down to the child, and get the title of that child, and I'm going to set this one. Okay, let me see where can I change the code. So since we are getting the title here, the first child, let me go to that, down to that child. So what I can do, let child equal to child, while child dot first child equal to child dot first child. And finally I have to set child dot snapshot dot set the title. So if I'm doing like this, if I have n number of child, it will go to the last child and will get the child value. Okay, first child I'm looping again and again, and I will get the once that last child ends, it will come out of this loop, and we can take that last child, that snapshot we will take it and set the title of that last component. That means last child. Let me check here. If you see that one here, page title 1, since we are in the child 1, page 3 and page title 1, now it is changing to child level. Okay, basically what I'm doing, I'm looping through that last child, and I'm getting the value of this last child and setting the title of the browser. Okay, hope you understood that one, how to change your browser title when navigating to different route or component. Okay, and also we have seen that one, how to get the title when we are in the multi-level child. Okay, so hope you enjoyed, and please subscribe if you want to get more technical videos like this. Thanks.